Hello everyone, it's Taria, Goddess of Earth. How are you guys doing? Give me a minute, let me... You guys, I had to order a back support deal and then something to sit on as well because this chair was killing my back. I'm short, I'm 4'9", so have to have a booster seat as well, you guys. All right. Let me start off saying that I have tried all morning to figure out how to go live for this class on this channel, and it's not happening, okay? I'm approved with this, you know, I have enough subscribers, okay? But I have to have 4,000 watch minutes, okay, before I can go live on, they consider this tablet a mobile device, okay, because it's an Android. So that really sucks because, you know, I know you guys probably have questions and stuff like that. So here's the deal. Next weekend, I will be going and upgrading some of my electronics, okay, to where it's going to make it a lot easier, because if I had a different laptop that I could go live, you know, I have a cheap laptop, you guys. I can't go live on it. Now, I plan on going and getting one where I can. Now, if that's a laptop, I can go live on this channel, is what I'm trying to say, and that's what I'm going to do, okay? It's time to upgrade, all right? Because doing these classes, you know, you guys are going to have different questions, all right? And I want to be able to answer them, okay? Right then and there, but you guys can always leave a comment, okay? Excuse me, you can always leave a comment. I will answer them, all right? Now, I told you guys you need pen, paper, okay, and a tarot deck, preferably the Rider-Waite. The reason, okay, this is the best deck for beginners to learn, okay, because once you learn this deck, once you master this deck, it doesn't matter what other decks, you know, you come across. You're going to be able to use them, interpret them, okay? Because there's a lot of decks out there that they just have pretty pictures, or, you know, it's, you have to know the meanings, okay? And you have to understand the symbolism as well. And other decks, they'll just have pretty pictures and stuff, or they don't have the symbolism or, you know, the meanings like the Rider-Waite does, okay? And I just feel like the Rider-Waite is the best deck. I know one of you said that you had the, I believe it was the Angel Tarot, and that will work, but there's, you know, I have that deck, and it just has the meaning, okay? I'm going to show you guys, okay? I'm going to show you what I'm talking about when I say they have, okay? Let's see here. Let me just grab one. Okay. Okay, I can get this. Okay. Bear with me, you guys. I feel weird just talking to the camera, and I can see myself, and it's just crazy. I prefer to be live for this. All right, so I feel like the deck you're talking about is this one right here, okay? You know, this is their, you know, version of, you know, how they interpret the Ace of Abundance, okay? Which would be, I believe, the Ace of Coins. Yeah. But there's nothing there. There's nothing to go on except for what it says. So you need to know the meaning of the Ace of Pentacles, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. That's going to be very important, because then when you master that, when you come across other decks that are just pretty and, you know, they don't have, you know, it's just to look at, okay? And you're going to have to know. You're going to have to know what the meanings are. You're going to have it in your mind and in your brain. And then, like when you pull a card, let's say it's one of those decks I'm talking about, and you know, let's say it's the Nine of Swords, but it just, you know, it doesn't show anything that represents the Nine of Swords. It shows something completely different, okay? You already know what the Nine of Swords represents, okay? And then you go with your intuition, okay? Your own inner guidance. This is when your guides step in. This is when the spirit realm steps in as well. That's why it's important. You've got to master the Rider-Waite. And I told my daughter, okay, I'm thinking about, if if you cannot afford the Rider-Waite, this deck right here, okay, I think it's like 10, 12 bucks on Amazon, okay, and I mean it, you guys, think about this, okay, I'm doing this from the bottom of my heart, all right, if you cannot afford it, email me at Taria, Goddess of Earth, at gmail.com, okay? And we'll see about getting you a deck of cards. But please, you know, if you have the money, you know what I mean? Let's not take advantage of it. This is for those of you that are, you know, you just don't, you can't do it. You can't afford it. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? Please don't take my kindness and my generosity for granted is what I'm saying, okay? Now, we're going to start with the Fool, but first, we're going to do something here. This is what I want you guys to do. You're going to build a relationship with each card, okay? I want you to make 5 groups. Take all of the major arcana, okay? Put them in one group, all right? Then, you go to the wands, okay? From the Ace of Wands to the King of Wands. All of the wands go in one group. Same way with the cups, okay? Pentacles and swords. And that gives you 5 groups, okay? Now, you can set these 4 aside, okay? That's where I had them. Because we are going to focus on the major arcana, okay? Now, we're going to start with the Fool. Now, the Fool represents the beginning and the end, okay? It is the beginning and it can be the end as well. A lot of times, the Fool will be the last card. And in some decks, it'll be the first card. But it is 0, so this is what we're starting with, okay? Now, the Fool, you know, you look at the detail. You look at the cards, all right? You see him, you know, just careless and happy and free and not paying attention, and he's about to fall off a cliff, okay? And you know, it can represent that innocence, okay, being naive, all right? It also represents taking that leap of faith, okay? He's trusting in himself and he's trusting in the universe. Okay, there's many different ways you can interpret the Fool. And another thing I want you guys to know, I'm up the thumbnail, okay, for each day, each card we're working with. That will be the thumbnail. So if you don't have, the Rider-Waite, you guys, you can look at the thumbnail, okay? And look at the detail in the thumbnail. That, I just thought of that, and that's a good idea, all right? Until we can get you a deck. All right, so there's different ways of learning, okay? This is where you're going to need your pen and paper, all right? The Fool, okay? This is all, I'm going to give you key words, okay? So it's going to be important that you write this stuff down, all right? Now, what I'm going to do, and this is another thing, there's a Galaxy, it's called Galaxy. It's an app you can get in the Play Store if you have an Android. I don't think you can get that off of Apple, the Apple phones, but they have other ones if you look. And what I love about the Galaxy app is, you know, you can break down everything. It tells you what number it you know, represents. It tells you what element it represents. You know, and it gives the planet, the chakra even, you guys. So, and even the rune, all right? So we're going to go through this, and I'm going to give you the key words, okay? The Fool. The Fool. Trust, innocence, open mind, beginning, okay? Trust, innocence, open mind, beginning. All right? Now, when the Fool appears in a reading, it is time for a new adventure, okay? Try to have an open mind. Don't make all the decisions about your path or make assumptions about how it'll be before you embark. Stay open to surprises and unexpected opportunities. Anything could happen if you leave room for possibilities. Trust in the universe to keep you safe. Then take the leap of faith into the unknown, okay? You know, the Fool is all about, you know, taking a leap of faith and trusting like a child would. You know how children, that, you know, when they believe in something, they believe in it, right? And, you know, it's like that childlike faith. I always say that it's important for us not to lose that childlike faith. And the Fool has that childlike faith. He is going to jump and take that leap into the unknown, okay? Because he knows he's being protected. He trusts in the universe, okay? It's like taking positive risks, you know? And I'm going to tell you guys something about the Fool, all right? You know, people always say, I always get a lot of comments about, oh, there's, you know, I don't have a new beginning, or, you know, they think it's something huge, okay? And new beginnings are in, we have beginnings and endings in so many different areas of our life, you guys, and you have to think about that, okay? Now, this is associated, all right? And you guys, I want you to write this stuff down. All right. So it's the number 0, okay? Now, the number 0 represents, 0 symbolizes infinity. 0 is the absence of everything, and hence the potential for anything. A blank slate. 0 represents release from the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. It is before the beginning and after the end. 0 is associated with the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune, and Judgment, okay? And you want to write that down, the cards that it's associated with, all right? The Wheel of Fortune and Judgment, okay, with the Fool. Now, I'm going to hold this up, and you know, you guys, you can pause this and write it down, but it's important to know, okay, what these energies are associated with, because when when you start mastering the tarot, you know, pieces of the puzzle are going to come together, and you're going to understand more of what's going on, okay? There we go. All right, you can pause that, and okay, now, okay. Now, it's associated with air. That's the element it's associated with. The Fool is associated with the element air, okay? And the planet is Uranus. And that's important, okay, to make sure that you know what planet it's from, because you want to know what that means, having that type of planet. And I'm fixing to tell you right now, okay? I'm getting excited. Okay, I'm running out of time, you guys. I started late, so I'm watching the clock. I'm freaking out a little bit. All right. Now, Uranus is the 7th planet from the sun. It is named after the Roman sky god, Uranus. Uranus is associated with uniqueness, independence, the future, surprises, invention, and revolution. Okay? So that brings on a whole new meaning and energy to the Fool right there. And I'm going to hold it up. You guys can pause this and blow it up and write it down. All of this is important, okay? All of this is important. Now, air, because it is associated with the element air. Air is one of the 4 classical elements in ancient Greek philosophy and science. It was commonly associated with the mind, soul, and the breath of life. The direction of air is east, okay? I'm going to hold that up because I know you guys can, like I said, pause it and blow it up and look at it. And don't feel overwhelmed, okay? Oh my goodness. I can feel one of you freaking out right now. Do not get overwhelmed, okay? Do not get overwhelmed. It's just important to come back and look at this stuff, okay? Don't get overwhelmed and just stop, okay? I feel one of you are doing that. I see it. I see it. You need to calm down. It's okay. The lady that has this deck, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get you a deck of cards. We'll get you a deck. We'll get you a deck of Rider-Waite. It's okay. Don't stop. Don't quit. Don't feel overwhelmed. I'm showing you this so you can have a bigger picture. Okay. But don't freak out. All right. Now, the first chakra, okay, is associated with the Fool. All right. The root chakra, base chakra. All right, and the color of that is red, okay? And that's important to know. Now, with the, wait, I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it right. The Muladhara, the first chakra, is often symbolized by the color red. It is also called the root or base chakra and connects us with the earth. This chakra is located at the base of our spine at the perineum. This is a chakra of grounding, survival, and manifestation. When this chakra is balanced, we feel secure and present. We are able to take care of our worldly needs and be open and vulnerable with others. Okay? I'm going to put this up there because I know there's a few of you, you're going to want to write all of this down. I already know. Okay. We are almost done with this, okay? I think. Now, the important things to notice, okay, on the card, all right? And I hope you can see that. Now, the symbolism, you see the dog, okay? The dogs represent, and remember, it's not just in this image, okay? Anytime you see a dog, okay, in one of these energies, it's going to represent the same meaning, okay? Dogs represent the material world and civilization. Dogs are also companions and protectors. Especially, they protect the soul in the spirit world, all right? Very powerful. The sun, okay, is another one. You see the sun up here, okay? The sun is a symbol of life, growth, creativity, happiness, the masculine essence, and clarity. As an astrological symbol, it represents the self and the ego, you guys. Okay? This is the symbolism I'm talking about that you need to know, okay? Because it can help you interpret the cards. Staff, all right? As you can see, he's got a staff right there over his shoulder, all right? Staffs represent support, stability, and a clear, singular focus, okay? There's a mountain, okay, in this picture. Mountains and hills represent challenges that will lead to growth when overcome. The steepness of the mountain in a card is indicative of the degree of challenge or risk involved, okay? And you see, you know, it could go either way, all right? It could go either way. Now we have the rose, okay? He's holding a rose. Roses represent the beauty of life and hope for the future. Now, he's not holding a red rose. In some of them, it is a red rose. Red roses symbolize passion, action, and the masculine essence and blood, okay? Now, this is a white rose he's holding. So it says, white roses represent spiritual purity and transformation. The 5-pointed white rose is a symbol of the union of the 4 elements plus the 5th element of spirit, okay? And that's amazing right there. It's beautiful. All right. I believe we are done with that. I do want to hold this up because you guys, like I said, you can freeze it. I'm going to show you this bottom, and it's the colors that, you know, go with the Fool, okay? That type of energy. And we have crystals right here. And some of you, you know, you might want to know that, okay? Because I am going to do a class about crystals and grids, okay? How, you know, how you place the crystals on grids. I'm going to do a class on that as well. This is like getting to know your tarot and your crystals all at the same time, you guys, and your planets. But I will be doing something different with the planets as well. That's why, you know, it's a card a day. I feel like I'm telling you, one of you are like really overwhelmed right now, and that's why it's a card a day. And you guys can take your time. Like, I'm getting this video up late in the day, so you may not even want to like start until tomorrow. And since it's like this, okay, these classes are going to stay up. You can always come back, you know what I mean? But it's very important once you start, okay, that you spend time with this. You carry this around. Put it under your pillow at night, all right? And I'm going to tell you another thing. When we get through the class, there's all kinds of amazing things you can do with these cards once you've built a relationship with them. You can lay out a spread of what you want, okay? You may have a desired outcome. You make your own spread. You lay it out. You know, you can use these energies, okay, to set your intentions, all right? That's like the Fool. If you want to, if you're hoping for a new beginning, okay, a new career, something exciting, put it under your pillow, or put it underneath a candle, light a candle, all right, and you know, have it there, or have it setting up, all right? It's, you know, it's a lot easier when you have a visual, but you know, you need to visualize in your mind as well. That's very important, okay? That's, you need to do that. But this helps you, you know, get started, okay? Because you have something to look at, is what I'm trying to say. And it's like the High Priestess. Let's say you're wanting your psychic abilities to be enhanced, okay? You know, take the High Priestess, put her on your pillow, okay? And ask for guidance. Ask for, you know, a message through your dreams, okay? And I promise you, you guys, things will start happening. It's magic, okay? But you have to be willing to do things, you know, initiate, taking the first steps. That's what it's all about. When the universe sees that, oh wow, you know, look what she's doing, you know, that's when things start just going in your favor and unfolding for you, okay? And it, you know, tarot is the beginning of, you know, building a relationship with tarot builds up all your gifts, okay? I barely knew how to channel when I first started my channel, Hidden Truth Tarot. And now, where I'm at right now, it's been almost 2 years, okay? Now I have spirits that just, you know, it's like nothing. Mediumship, okay? I have, it's wonderful. It's amazing. And it's all because of the tarot. And, you know, I cannot express that enough. You know, each energy, you want to build a relationship with it. The Fool, you know, talk to it. Look at the card. You know, what does this mean to you? And that's another thing. You know, you don't want to just pop off and, you know, give them meanings, okay? That's not an intuitive reader. A psychic intuitive reader is someone that can look at this energy right here, and messages are coming through, images are coming through. And a lot of times, you guys, there'll be, you know, I'll have a card and I'll give you a meaning that has nothing to do with it, period. Okay? And it changes. And that's what's going to start taking place with you guys. Always listen to what that means to you at that time, and it changes. You may look at the Fool today and you may form your own opinion and meaning of it, and you need to write it down. Okay? You need to write it down, what you see, because that's your interpretation of it. But, you know, tomorrow or maybe a week from now, you're going to go back and you're going to be like, something else is going to come through, and then you're going to understand what I'm saying. That's building up your intuition, your psychic abilities right there. Now, when we move on, like tomorrow when we do the Magician, okay, always backtrack. You always integrate what you've done back in before you start the next one. So that's what I want you guys to do before you move on to the Magician, okay, the next one. Always, you know, go back, go back, go back. And because you want to make sure that you're not forgetting, okay, the meanings, the key words. And it is important to know the key words, okay? But a lot of times you don't even need the key words because you've got messages coming through. And you've got to trust what's coming through, okay? When you know, lay out a spread, what comes through, when you first see that energy, when you pull it, go with it, okay? That's what you do. This is how you build up your intuition, you guys. And I'm going to tell you something. I mean, like I said, you know, just every now and then I would be able to channel, okay? You know what I'm saying? And when I started this channel, I'm all the way up to, you know, I ask the spirits, you know, that it's a relationship, okay? And mediumship, that's something that I'm working on now, and I know I'm going to be able to do it. And that's another thing I want to do on this channel is when I get to go live, okay, I can communicate with you guys and see what comes through. All right, I want to do that because I know people want to talk to their past loved ones, okay? And it's a shame, but in order for you to be able to do that, you have to find somebody that is legit, and then you have to pay money for it, okay? And this is all free. I get paid from the ads, you guys, okay? That's what I get paid from. That's why people complain about the ads. You know what? That's how I get paid. And you know, I'm doing pretty good, all right? I'm doing all right. I am blessed because of each and every one of you. This is my way of giving back and thanking you, okay? So I want to be able to communicate with your loved ones or have them come through and communicate with you, okay? I know how that feels. I went years trying to communicate with my adopted father, and, you know, I couldn't find anybody to help me unless I had a bunch of money, okay? And that's, you know, and I needed direction, okay? I needed some, you know, I needed that, and I have to have a lot of money to do that. So that's why I'm doing this, okay? Now, one thing I want to say about the Fool, okay? You want to look at the picture, all right, with the sun right there, the dog. You've got a lot of white in this picture as well as the rose. This is all about innocence and purity, okay? So you have to decipher, you have to figure out, okay, when you're reading it, is this something that hasn't been thought through, that you're taking action on, that you're taking a leap of faith on? Are you just kind of doing it out of blind, you know, out of, what's the word I'm looking for here? you want to make sure, let me put it this way, you guys, you want to make sure that when you see the Fool, that that you know the difference between, oh, is this a positive, healthy risk, or am I just being crazy and, reckless, okay? There, it can go both ways, just like it's the beginning, just like it's the end, all right? Now, I love this book. Another thing, learning the Rider-Waite meaning, good grief, you guys, can't even talk today. Oh my goodness, it's already been a long day, bless my heart. Now, when you, know the meaning of this, then you can start shopping around, okay? You can buy other tarot decks, and you can look at the meanings. You can get you a tarot Bible. They're all different. Everybody has their own interpretation, okay? Make sure you write down your interpretation, what you get when you see the Fool, okay? Now, I have the Modern Witchcraft Book of Tarot, okay? And I got this because I like having a variety. And I also have that, okay? And this, breaks it down, okay, the Fool. There's 10 most important symbols here with the Fool, all right? And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you these real quick. The basic meaning of the Fool. 0 is an aim and the search for the absolute. Inner calm. See, the white sun allows one to dispense with external models and hard and fast expectations. Calm and freedom create a great openness. Connections and synchronicities come in to being between the individual and the whole. All right? The spiritual experience of this is the power of now, the urgency of now, okay? Jumping into the unknown, taking that risk. And, it says if you pull this for the card of the day, okay? Don't let yourself be driven around the bend. It is foolish to worry about events or consequences which simply cannot be weighed up right now, okay? Now, for success and happiness, and, if you pull this card and you're wanting to know about your business or how your career, okay, if you're going to be successful at what it is that you're doing, and you pull this, as a Fool, it is your privilege not to know the answers and to learn new things, okay? The Fool, I like doing it at the beginning because this is the beginning. This requires you to take action, and it's important because you build a relationship with all of these characters. And what's funny is the Fool is the character in all of these, which, that's how I look at it. That's how I learned it, okay? He started out right here taking a leap of faith, right? Okay, the Fool. He took action. He took that leap of faith, all right? He turns into the Magician, okay? Now he's going to take action. He's going to, communicate what it is that he wants. He's going to act on it, okay? You see, you just do that through all of them. It's like a story, okay? The High Priestess. And then, you have the Empress, okay? And it just goes on. And we'll do that, starting tomorrow when we, build it up. And it's very interesting. It's fun because the Fool goes through, all of the major arcana, okay? And we are the Fools. When we start a new beginning, that's, we work our way through it. There's a lot to be learned. There's tower moments. There's big decisions. There's struggles. There's battles. There's rebirths. Okay? It's always going to be that way. It's never ending. You're always going to have challenges and obstacles, you guys, because that is a chance to learn something, okay? And this Fool needs to learn something. This Fool, okay, needs to go through some hard times, okay? Because he's going to learn something out of it. Patience, wisdom, okay? Strength, courage, perseverance. That's what this Fool needs. All right. I love it. So I'm going to read out of this. I don't care for this right here. That's why I have a tarot Bible as well. But you guys, I do my own interpretation of, and it's really not even an interpretation. It's when you master these energies, these, I call the cards energies, okay? When you master these energies, all right, when you do a reading, it's going to be something different every time, okay? And it may not even have to do with what this is. It's just, this is a visual. Tarot is a tool. This is the gateway to for your guides and the spirit realm to step in and, you know, give you information, or you channel information, okay, through them. And they will, I'm telling you, they will speak to you, you guys. I promise you, okay? But this takes practice. This is something that you're going to have to work on. You know, doing notes, taking down every meaning you can think of possibly, and really looking at it, seeing what it means to you, okay? And I mean, you know, doing it all throughout the day, maybe 3 times a day. You know, you look at the Fool and you break down the symbolism of it, you know, knowing the key words, and then knowing your interpretation, okay? And understanding that, you know, he can have blind faith and innocence of a child, or, you know, maybe he's trusting in the universe, right? And he's taking a positive, healthy, okay, leap of faith, all right? Now, I hope I'm making sense with that, all right? Another thing, reversed. I do not do reversal, okay? I'm going to tell you something. It really gripes my... makes me mad when I get comments. Oh, that was a good reading, but we didn't get all of it because she didn't do reversal. I'm going to tell y'all something. You don't need reversal when you have mastered your energies, okay? Because you know if it's meant to be reversed. You know it because you are an intuitive psychic reader. Now, if you're not a psychic reader and you know, you're going off what you're pulling and all the keywords and you're not getting any information, okay, then yeah, you're going to need reversed. But that's a whole different type of readers, okay? I'm not in that category. I'm probably going to make some people mad, and I don't care. I'm telling you guys like it is. When you are a true psychic, intuitive reader, you don't have to do reversals. You know if the situation ain't right, okay? And that's when you speak up. So, I don't do reversals. Now, that's just how I am, okay? You know, I told you guys this class is about how I do things, and I'm a little different. My daughter says I'm a lot different. All right, so here's some more keywords right here. You guys, all right? Innocence, beginnings, trust, hope, opportunity. I'm going to read a little bit for you, okay? To give you an idea, it's for you to picture, okay? The Fool. This is how you build a relationship. The first card in the major arcana, the Fool, begins your journey toward wisdom. The Fool represents innocence and faith, the naive confidence of youth. Shown as a young traveler, he embarks on an adventure without a care in the world, unconcerned about the potential dangers that lurk ahead on the path. In some decks, he appears as a happy-go-lucky young male standing at the edge of a cliff, just about to step off into the great unknown. Often, he carries all his worldly possessions tied in a small bag on a stick over his shoulder, like a hobo, suggesting he doesn't have a lot of baggage yet and is open to life's experiences. In some decks, he's accompanied by a dog or another animal, which represents natural instincts. Okay, you guys? The Fool symbolizes the blind leap of faith we all must take upon entering the journey of life. Okay? Now, we have another meaning which I'm going to give you. When the Fool appears in a reading, it usually means you're about to embark on a new way of life. You're open to new experiences and to discovering what lies around the bend. Even if you're not sure about the path you've chosen, you have faith that everything will turn out well. You probably feel out of sync with the rest of the world, but in a good way. You hear the beat of a different drummer and you're ready to march to it, okay? Now, I'm going to give you guys three different meanings, okay? One is going to be about the Fool showing up if you're doing a reading about your money, okay? The other one is going to be about your work, all right? And the other one is going to be about love, all right? Now, in a reading about money, the Fool urges caution. You may be too trusting or you may be naive when it comes to handling financial matters. This card can also represent the first stage of a business or investment. Examine details carefully. Pay attention to your intuition, not only logic, all right? If the reading is about your work, the Fool can indicate starting a new job, project, or business venture, beginning a course of study, or going on a business trip. You are looking forward to this adventure or new direction and its possibilities. Embrace the opportunity with an open mind. You have a lot to learn, okay? Now, if the reading is about love, this card often means beginning a romance or moving into a new stage in an existing partnership. New relationship may feel faded, as if you've met your soulmate. Enjoy this period of joy, openness, and excitement, okay? All right, so I love these. You know, I will be coming back to this because it's like it tells a story. And you know, stories are a lot easier, you know, for people to connect with. Now, let me see something here. Another thing, your cards, whenever, like today, if you have sage, a palo stick, sweetgrass, or just, you know, setting your intentions, you know, cleansing your, you know, the energy, okay? A crystal, you can lay a crystal on top of the card as well. But, you know, that, I feel like that is very important, you guys. And it's very important, I feel like, to sage. Now, if you don't have anything like that, all right, you can take a, you know, it's all about visualization, okay? But a lot of people, they like the act of doing something, okay? To consecrate your cards. And you want to consecrate your cards, not just the whole deck at one time. This is when you have a chance to do every single card, okay? And consecrating it and building that bond with it. You can use oil, okay, maybe that you've made. Like I said, you can use a visual, all right? And you know, the Fool is your friend now. You're building a relationship. You're talking to the Fool. You're thinking like the Fool. You're understanding what that Fool is, you know, jumping into the unknown for, okay? You're starting to see the story here in two different points of views. Out of innocence and maybe out of ignorance. You know, that's how you're going to build that relationship. But you can use crystals to cleanse it. You can take a lighter, you know, and not burn it, but just, you know, on just like that, okay? I'm trying to think. It's going to be very important, I feel like, you guys, for you to write down, and I did this. I wrote down my own meanings, okay? I wrote down what the, you know, the numbers they were associated with, the other tarot cards that they were associated with, the planets they're associated with, okay? Because that's important. And then I took that information, studied the Fool, both sides of the Fool, because it can go both ways, and I come up with my own story, and I wrote it down with the keywords at the top that go with the Fool, all right? And you can take those keywords and, you know, it makes it easier to remember, okay, the story, all right? because you're putting a lot of time and effort into it. And when you write something, you know what I mean, you write a little story, you're more likely to remember it. Like with the Fool, when I said, you know, the key words was like new beginnings, you know, faith, you know, trusting in the unknown. Incorporate every key word in that story, you guys. I'm going to tell you something. You won't forget it. You will not forget it. Now, it's 2:30. I'm going to have to stop, and I am so sorry. You guys, I feel like I've been rushing, and I feel like I'm forgetting something here with the Fool. If I am, tomorrow, I'll realize it, and we'll go through it tomorrow as well. But you guys can take your time with these classes. I'm just trying to explain to you, okay? I'm not a teacher, all right? I'm you know, you guys are, you know, seeing how I've created my life and my path, okay? Learning the tarot cards. This is the way I learned them, okay? I'm sharing that with you because I've been very successful. So it worked for me, but that doesn't mean it will work for you. You may have to figure out your own way to study the energies, okay? Everybody has their own way. There is no wrong way, okay? The only problem is if you do it and then you drop it, you know, and you come back and you're not serious about it, that is not good, okay? So you really want to be sure that you're serious about starting this, because when you start this, you're opening up, you know, you guys, you're opening up the spirit realm, okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? And when you do this, you know, if you're not serious, then, you know, they're not going to stick around. And then when you do get serious, all right, it's going to take a while to get them to come back in. Trust me, I went through this. I went through it. I know what I'm talking about. I went through it. Okay, I guess this is it, all right? You guys, I feel like I'm missing something. I want to give you the, okay. And let's see here. Another thing to remember, the major arcana are also called the trump cards. So you'll hear people saying the trump card, that's what they mean, okay? The key words: innocence, beginnings, trust, hope, opportunity, okay? All right. All right, you guys, I love y'all. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know, please. Let me know if I'm doing doing this right, if I'm helping you guys or not, okay? I hope I'm not confusing anybody, all right? I don't want to confuse you. So please give me some feedback, okay? I feel a little bit rushed today because I spent my whole morning trying to figure out how to go live on this channel. And but it'll all work out, okay? Because I have faith and I believe it will. And I'm on a mission here. I'm on a mission to connect with my followers because I love y'all, okay? My success, what I have created here, you know, you guys played the biggest part in it, you know, one of the biggest parts in it, okay? And I am so blessed to have each and every one of you. I want you to know that. I'm going to start, I feel like I'm going to cry. I'm starting to tear up. Okay, I wouldn't be here without you, each and every one of you, okay? And that means so much to me. I want to be able to do for you. I want to give back, okay? I love y'all. All I ask is, you know, on Hidden Truth Tarot, and whenever there's ads on this one, you guys, you can skip them or you can watch them. That's how I make my money. And, you know, people get mad, but I'm just saying, that's how I make my money. And, you know, because of you guys, I make good money. I'm able to do these giveaways and stuff. Now, remember, if you need a deck of cards, the Rider-Waite, email me at Taria, goddessoferarth@gmail.com, okay? Let me know. The Fool. All right, you guys? All right, I love y'all. We will be back here tomorrow with the doing the magician and reincorporating the fool, okay, as well. All right. All right, you guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go turn the camera off. I love you, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Please give me feedback. Please let me know if this helped you, all right, or if I've confused you, if I need to change what I'm doing here, okay? Let me know. All right, I love y'all. Bye-bye.